Oh, God's sake. Right. Right then, people. I have got a problem where my new room is, because where this is in the front of the house in the corner, and my Wi-Fi box is right in the back of the house in the corner. So I keep on losing signal. That's why it froze, and I can't do anything about it. It seems to work okay, and then ends up doing what he did. I have got I phoned up Virgin, because I'm with Virgin. I got powerful enough Wi-Fi. Well, I have to, because obviously doing the gaming what we do, and all the download speeds. Because if you've ever tried to download something when you got rubbish Wi-Fi or broadband, you're not going to be So yeah, what's happened is I'm getting sent a Wi-Fi router booster thing, whatever you call them. That's going to be coming in the next few days sometime, but it won't matter to me really. But that's absolutely disgustingly filthy. You know when people say, "Oh, use baby wipes," yeah, you don't use baby wipes. I'm only using it now because I haven't got all my cleaning stuff with me. Ugh, look how dirty that is. I'm not going to cook in that. I'll put that in the description anyway. When I sell, I'll say, what does need a good scrub? I mean, it's still the stains they are. But yeah, lost connection again. Every time I've been live in this room since I've moved into this room, I've lost connection, and it's annoying. So if I was a gamer and I was getting paid for gaming, or imagine if I was doing proper lives and I was getting good money for the proper lives, I would actually be losing money. And they don't care. I had to do this Wi-Fi test, and apparently it was good enough. Absolute joke, man. Absolute joke. So she said, right, go outside and do it. And it's supposed to reach outside, out on your, like your area, like driveway. So I went outside and it was like 18, which is absolutely terrible. It's supposed to be like loads more. Don't even know what it was, but yeah, just have to bear with me until it see if you want to buy these. 60 quid. As cheap as it is, 49 quid. Let's go 44.95. Yeah, anyway, obviously the chat died. But onto the subject of before. I pretty much done it. When it comes to them three, it's going to be what I hope it's one of them three. I voted for Ricky just because he's more. I think he's more. Like I said, he's more like me more than the other two. It's not mean I like him more than the other two, because I like them all the same amount. You know, don't like one person less than the other. You know, like I said, I've never met any of them. You know, but I just think I feel like out of them all though, I just have this feeling that George might win, but I also have a feeling that Jamie might win. I think Ricky might come third, but they're never going to tell you. And the only thing I think that lets Ricky down is if they look into like videos and all that lot, because Ricky does like sell a lot on Vinted, and you know what eBay are like. eBay hate Vinted. You know, it's their rivals, isn't it? And they I just feel like they might just go, but then again, they shortlisted him, so they won't. Maybe they don't care about that. You know, in the end of the day, we all sell on different platforms. George has mentioned Depop a lot and other ones. Out of them all, Jamie Dodger is the only one who really only uses eBay, so he's got that to his advantage. Also, I think Jamie Dodger and George both promote eBay in like on the other platforms. George got onto a program and that. Like I said, I think George has got more like eBay qualities, if you know what I mean. But Ricky's more of a people of person, if you get me. He's more that guy next door sort of lad. That lad you probably would see at the car boot, you know, that white geezer, you know. So we'll see, won't we? It might be none of them. Wouldn't it be great? It's the one that no one knows. Yeah. It'd be great, wouldn't it? And then they'll all go next year. It would be funny, wouldn't it? They'll go next year. What will be funny if I go for it next year? This is how support. Right? You think about how your parents and a lot of them are supportive. I said, "Oh, I'll go in next year." Wouldn't it be funny if Ricky didn't win and I went in and I won it? And she goes, "No chance." I think she fancies Ricky. Weirdo. But yeah, it's one of them things. I feel it could be. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Who you voted for, if you have voted, and who would you want to win? Let me know in the comments now. The one thing it is, it's getting a lot of people talk about it, isn't it? I do feel like it's a YouTuber thing, though. I just do. I just feel like it's a YouTuber thing. I feel sorry for people who have not got a platform, and this is why I don't agree with Whatnot and all that lot. People with big platforms on Whatnot seem to get more sales and make good money. If you haven't got a platform on Whatnot, might as well just forget about it, sort of thing. I think. It's like the George's treasure question one. I think he said he's done everything to try and make him look as good as possible. I don't think that's the way to do it, personally. You got to be yourself. If they don't like you for who you are, then that's their loss, isn't it? In the end of the day, be yourself. Don't try and butter eBay up, basically. You know, don't start like bigging them up in every video. Don't start saying, "Oh, eBay the best thing ever," blah blah blah. When maybe you've been slagging them off, like, or moaning about them in videos, and you know they're not stupid. They can check up on these things. You know, if you've been moaning about them, but you moan about Vinted, you moan about another site and all that lot, then obviously you're very like you say it whatever happens in that moment of time, which is better. But if you start bigging them up, now you're in the reward, what do they call it, category, then it just shows you just you're a bit fake. You know, not saying anybody is, but I'm just saying you want to be yourself, don't you? You don't want to be like this. Suddenly you've changed from one personality to the next one. I just, you'd know. So say for instance, I went in it and I got nominated, and then suddenly I became really nice and really polite, and I was like, "Hello, people. Oh yes, very nice, thank you." You'd be like, "Yeah, John, you're not yourself anymore." You know when somebody puts on a fake phone voice, a posh voice on the telephone. Yeah, you just gotta be yourself. They've chose you for who you are, you know, and that's the thing. I don't know how they do it. Remember, eBay don't tell you anything. eBay don't tell you absolutely nothing. Where all these other ones were like, "Oh, this money, this 10K would do me great for my business." This wouldn't. I'll be off on a holiday. The 10K, I don't care. Oh, you got to get taxed. You get taxed on it anyway. Well, it's a prize, so you might not do. You know, tax-free prize, do it. I'll be like, right, booking a holiday, going on one of my dream holidays with my son. That's what it's there for. I do my job for my son. Well, you know, don't do it for him, but I do it to support him. I voted for George's Treasures Shed, as I feel most people will vote. Why did you vote for him? That's just like a wasted vote. You should vote for why you know a person who you think you like the most. But saying that, you might like him, but do you think the people there, you got to, right, if you don't know anything about them, you can't vote for them, right? So straight away, right? And you can't say because you're a smaller channel, you haven't got a chance. Yes, there's less chance of you winning because there's more people who watch other people. And as a business, if I was eBay, I'm thinking, well, you know what, we could do some good stuff with him. He got 30,000 people. We could get him on, like, you know, if we do a new like part on eBay, we could get him into the studio and he could do it. He's got like 30,000 followers, you know, so we can get him on board, if you know what I mean. That's what I think. Remember, in the end of the day, they're business. They're giving you 10 grand for a reason, right? They want something out of you as well, probably, or want you to help them out. You don't have to do, I suppose, but I think it's a way of getting people on board with eBay, you know, these prizes. You don't like any of them? You liar. You're right, Wheezy. Yeah, you're lying. Who do you like then? What channels do you watch then? Who do you like? It all depends on what sort of person you're into. I mean, if you're a clothing reseller, none of them none of them are really worth watching for you, are they? They're not. You know, you want to see what somebody who just sells clothing. So, yeah, if you're a gaming person, none of them. They're all useless for gaming. You know, but then maybe they should narrow down the categories. Maybe do gaming seller of the year. Maybe they should do clothing reseller of the year, brick and brack seller of the year. You know, niche seller of the year or something. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I suppose I could do loads, couldn't they? But it'd be like, what's the point in that? I don't work for eBay. I don't care. They should just get, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually put the poll in, and then I put my name at the bottom, and I ticked myself, and I voted for myself. Just to laugh. Oh, nice to see you back. Thank you, Easy. Hey, outnumbered. Hello, Jack. You are salty because you didn't get that. I didn't go for it. I missed out. I forgot. I was gonna do it, and I missed out the date. I saw it, but I couldn't be bothered to fill in all the forms. There's about 2 forms to fill in, and I couldn't be bothered to do it. I thought, you know what, I'll do it another day. I left it. Then I thought I better sign up to the eBay Open meetup. So I did that. Went to do put myself in for it, and yeah, I was too late. Why do you go to charity shops and complain about prices? It's not really nice. Why do you come on my live and complain about me complaining about charity shop? That's not very nice. You, thank you, Nick and Andrea. Okay, Big Al and Kaji. That is a random mix. I mean, you got me, then you got Nick and Andrea, who's like the OGs. Then you got Big Al, who's basically a rich version of me, because he moans more than anybody now. I swear to God, he's probably got taken off eBay because of the moaning, right? Kaji's completely different as well. Yeah, to be honest, I only watch you, Ricky and Big Al, but no clue what's happening with his eBay. He's got took off everything. He's had enough of it now. You have not got anything better to do than go to charity shops and complain about prices. How do you think people with cancer feel when you shit on their charity? My dad died of cancer. Cool. Big man, Christopher. We all moan about charity shops because they are overpricing. And just think, here's a good way of putting it, a thick way for you. I've got a top. Okay, people are selling it on eBay for 20 quid. Okay, they're selling it on 20 quid because obviously it's going worldwide. I can sell it anywhere, right? And you got to do a lot more work. You got to take photos and all that. You pay for stuff like that, right? You go into a charity shop and they're putting it on for 20 quid. It's the one size, it's the one color, and it might be a top that's quite modern. Say for instance, it might be a very, it might be like say this top, right? So the only people who are going to buy this is resellers or Liverpool fans. No one else is going to buy it. Resellers won't buy it because it's the same price as, obviously they can't make any money out of it. And Liverpool fans, how many Liverpool fans are going to go into that charity shop and buy that? 0.1%. That's the thing. Now, if I had this on for 10 quid, it would never be 10 quid anyway, because this is like 45 quid, 40 quid top, this was second hand. But if this is 10 quid, who would buy it straight away? a reseller, because you get different categories of resellers. You get ones that want to make a lot of money. You get ones that want to make a quick flip. If I saw this for 10 quid and I knew it could sell for 20 quid on Vinted, I'd buy it. 10 quid, just like that, right? It's gone, right? 10 quid in a charity shop for the cancer research, for the whoever, right? Or them just trying to be greedy. Also, the percentage of profits that go from these charity shops to actually helping their charities is not much, right? I think there's only a couple of charities that actually give a lot of percentage. Most of them don't. So when you go on about this, blah, 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 moaning about things, I wouldn't care about how much they charged if they was actually giving all the money to the charities, right? You go and have a look. I think it's, which one is it? I don't know. I can't remember. One of the highest paid CEOs, which is one of the oldest, and they have quite a few CEOs, not just one, right? £250,000 a year they get. £250,000 a year for a person that owns a charity. So if I own this charity and I was running, and I was like, say I'm the owner of Bernardo's, and I did it live and went, oh, guess what? I'm going to go and buy my Ferrari. How many people would be hating on that person? Pretty much 99.9%, because they are saying, wow, you can afford a Ferrari, but you run a charity. You know what I mean? I understand they need to get paid and they need money and all that lot, but a lot of the charity work doesn't actually like go to the actual charity. They give money to the charity, right? But they don't give everything. I think it's like 17p, something like that. Go on, Google it. Something like 17p for every pound what sells in a charity shop. That's rubbish. Yeah, that's rubbish. It's not very good, is it? So yeah, you don't know what you're on about. Has he? He's gone back to the business account. I don't know. Got some Lego from the charity shop for £4. Only little Star Wars sets. Well, £2, £4. The difference between me buying them. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to think, right? They're putting up, they're just going to price themselves out, because in the end of the day, if I wanted to help charity shop, my mom goes to charity shops all the time. But you got to remember, right? She went to Primark. She had a voucher, what I bought her ages ago, and she had a £30 voucher, and she bought 3 Primark things, right, for 30 quid. Right? A dress, a trousers, or whatever. I don't know what it was, I can't remember. Now, if she went into a charity shop and they were the same prices as Primark, right, the only thing she would do other than not buying it at Primark is because she cares about that charity, wants to give to charity. Most people would not buy it because they could get it brand new. When you see tops like from George and M&S and all that, and they're charging like 4 or 5 quid for just a standard T-shirt, they're that anyway. They're not far off that. Maybe not M&S, because they're rip-off merchants. I'd never buy clothes from M&S. It just, I can't. A sort of hat, a basic plain hat for like 15 quid. I could go and get a decent hat. You know what I mean? Also, when you're thinking about the price they are charging, it is putting off just like normal people, right? I buy from charity shops. If I see something really, really nice, I've got a few things from there. I sold one, it's in my video recently, that night top. And I kept it because it was really nice. I can't remember how much. I think I paid 5 quid. I could have been more. But I liked it. But come on. How many things do you really find in a charity shop that you want? Not many. you might see something you like, but it's the wrong size. And they're trying to charge the same price as eBay, right? You get in the next 10, 20 years, unfortunately, all the people who made these charity shops and ones that are already gone now and died, charity shops will not be they won't be around anymore. They'll be resellers. They will be classed as resellers because all the old people that used to go to charity shops to get bargains won't be alive, and then it'll be more like my era, maybe 10 years, which are all a bit more tech savvy, and they'll be like, right, oh, I like that top. What? How much? Let's see how much it is on eBay. Oh, you can get that color. I'll get it on eBay. Bang. You know what I mean? So, and you get the right size, and you get the right color, and you get the, could be even better. So people don't like that. Then don't bother watching a reseller. That's what I say. If you can't handle stuff, don't watch it. These big charities wouldn't do anything without a CEO with expenses running the big companies. Hence why they are paid. Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. The CEOs don't care about the actual charities, is it? They should have to set at least I say 50%. Whatever they earn has to be 50%. I say at least. I see an Xbox One game, FIFA 21, going for £3. Oh, really? Yeah. They might not know. Well, Christopher, this is a reselling channel, so obviously you're on the wrong channel. Maybe go and watch, I don't know, a charity shop channel if they do them. You know what I mean? You're obviously a reseller hater, so why are you watching? Very weird. Yeah, I've been there, price more. They're hiring younger people as well. I'm scum of the earth, apparently. I'm scum of the earth. But the thing is, I probably gave more to charity than you've ever done in your whole life. I've probably gave more to charity in a month than you've ever done in your whole life. I've even gave to charity. Go and watch the video. Type in John Shepherd sells dog charity, and you'll see me how I gave like 600 and something quid to dog charity from my own money from selling stuff, which I bought at charity shops, and then I gave it to them because they don't get government funded, because they're an independent one, saving dogs from getting killed. So, Chris, do one, you weird freak. I pick over. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, swings and roundabouts. Roscoe, it is. I've picked up stuff. We've all picked up great stuff, but then it's named stuff that they put up. A lot of the stuff they don't have a clue. It's like, I remember you used to see VHSs, £5 or less. Now I've been looking at VHSs and see they go for like 25 quid. But do they actually put a VHS in and see if it works? No, they don't. They just pack test it, meaning they check the currents of the plug. Oxfam near me was asking for volunteers to price items, but Oxfam, they're the worst. I think I hate Age UK, but I think Oxfam are my new favourite hate because it's like walking through a brand new shop. Really? Bernardo's on Vinci, imagine that. Imagine, I'd love to see the packaging. I order something from Bernardo's or something like that on eBay, and I'll moan about the packaging. I'll say, who's done the packaging here? It's absolute rubbish. Yeah, that's all right. I want to pay 20 quid for it, but at least you can take it back at the charity shop. That's the good thing. I want to pay 20 quid for it. Charity shops, I think charity shops are going to be hard for us this year. I really do. I would get as much. I would basically become me over the next few months. Hoard as much stuff as possible because you are not gonna get much stuff from a charity shop this year. You'd think they'd be lower now, wouldn't you? Around the summertime, you'd think charity shops would be like, wow, car boot season, we'll lower our prices to get customers in. But nah, it seems like they're actually more. Crazy the prices are. Absolutely stupid. Stupid prices. Oh, God. Bundles. Like that. I sold that today. It's not. I only sold it for £3.50 or something like that. But that was in a charity shop. That was in a cancer research. A big box of Lego with some old cars, and it was. You might remember if you watched my channel for a long time. I had old Lego, vintage Lego, and had the castle walls, and I sold them for a lot. And then yeah, everything. These are just old Duplo men and all that lot. So we're just selling loads of random stuff. Still got micro machine stuff. Sold a micro machine base, and I've sold them figures. These things like are just bits and bobs, you know, like stuff you sell as well. But anybody want a freaky doll? Remember when I got these? Oh, that's a headband. I thought he was a boy. Some of these go for all right money, to be fair. Actually, I might put it down like this. £39. You can, if you can find a cash converter that messes up a bit. Yeah, I've bought a few cameras. The Kaji is probably the best person I know who got stuff, but it's from Scunthorpe, so they're probably not as clever up there, are they? Probably haven't got internet up north. 14, 15 inch. So I will have to go. I'll take a picture of the other doll, and then I will have to go because I got football, and it might be the last time I play football this week because I play football 4 times a week if people all turn up. Temperamental, some of the people. Mondays, there's different group of lads, so they're a lot fitter, like more my age, younger, blah blah blah, sort of thing. Tuesday is usually a good turnout as well for like a midday one. But yeah, Wednesdays usually no one turns up. So yeah, no one's 6 tomorrow, so I don't think I'll be playing football tomorrow. But that means I'll just be able to list more. I'm hoping I can get around about 20 to 25 quid each for these. Hoping, because I've got the box, I've got everything in mint condition. Yeah, I just hope I can. I've tied them down as well, so they can't come out and try and kill me at night time. I don't want no Megan. I haven't watched the second one yet. I love the first one. I've also got this through the post today for my GoPro. I will be taking this on holiday, so there will be lots of screaming me going down the water park things. I thought, you know what? I didn't take it last year. I wish I took my GoPro. So I'm going to have it strapped onto my chest. So I'm going to lay down. Yeah. And you're going to see. I should have it. I should have it like this. So you see my face. It's like, up my nostrils. But yeah, I'm going to have it down like that. I wanted to get a head strap one, but then, no, you look all right, idiot, don't you? All right. Yeah, I'm not doing that. In Greece don't have charity shops. Don't have charity shops abroad. Right. He's got a snotty nose. fake. I'm not buying no fake stuff this time. I am going to Corfu Town because apparently it's supposed to be really nice. So that'll be a day out. I'm going to Corfu Town. Well, I'm actually on a water park. I'm not like last year where you have to go to a water park. I'm actually at the actual water park resort. So I'm staying in the water park. So I can go from where people have to queue up, I can actually go out my villa, chalet, whatever it's called, and just walk in. Don't have to pay. All inclusive, aren't I? It's going to be weird being all inclusive. I'm going to be so overweight. Won't be able to fit on the plane back. I'm going early as well, like I did last year, because I want to do some more stuff this summer with Kai. I really want to go to Legoland. I might have to go to Legoland. It's not. Apparently, people say it's not that good, but it's overpriced. Which, yeah, I know it's going to be overpriced, but my lad doesn't really like rides. He's not a big ride person. He like the water park ones, but I'm talking about rides. I don't think Legoland's got like proper rides anyway, has it? Yeah, see what there is. Going for a week. I don't know if you watched my video today. What I'm doing is from Wednesday, I'm uploading old videos. So I'm still here. I'm not going Wednesday, but I've got stuff to do. You know, I've got like stuff to arrange, and I want to have a bit of chilled out, not having videos and doing stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm uploading old videos which have been, you know, from all time. So probably some of my best videos for probably until next weekend. Not this weekend coming, the weekend after. So you're probably going to have like at least seven videos if I can get them done. Or I might just do it one every other day. Depends if I can download them and, you know, do them in time. I've got like I said, I've got a few days until I do that. But obviously, my priority is listing, taking pictures and listing more than anything. It's one of them. All my Lego is up in the loft now. And I got all my Lego written down and all my jelly cats. I worked out I got about 2 grand's worth of Lego and about 300 quid's worth of jelly cats. The ones I got free, I've added that onto the total. This is how much I spent. So the price I've paid for them. So in Lego, I got about 2 grand. I got some free ones, which are with probably, you know, I've added the price on what they're going for on eBay. So I'll just put them as a certain price. Works out about 2 grand. So I've spent about 1,950 because I've only got one real proper Lego. Well, I've actually got that one as well now. But yeah, so the way Lego goes, obviously all of them won't make big money. Some might make 10, 20, 30 quid more, maybe, don't know. But some they can double in price. You know what I mean? So they're up there now. We'll just see, you know, when I'm bored or I can't be bothered with it anymore, I'll just sell it up. And it's good to have that amount of money So Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon. Lego bringing out Pokemon as well. Lego, I heard this year they're bringing out, I don't know if it's going to be this year, but Lego are bringing out Pokemon actual box sets. I don't know if it's going to be like little Pokemon characters, or they're going to have like the Mario Kart one. I got like a Pokemon figure. It'd be quite, I will buy a few of them if they're not stupid prices, because they'll be worth a lot. Yeah, Pokemon cards. But you get all the resellers that all these kids that go in Costco's and all that lot, and they go with all their mates, and then what they do is they just go in, and then the mate goes in and buys them all, and they're like 50 quid Pokemon packs, and they're selling for 150. I wish I'd have bought the Lidl Oasis coats. I knew they'd sell for a lot more money, selling for around about 100 to 150 quid, and the 30 quid Lidl coats. So annoying. I wish I bought them. But you've got to get there in time. That's the thing. Smiths is knowing when they come back out as well with the Pokemon stuff. I haven't got a clue, but I know the Prismic ones, they're the ones that people go for at the moment. And people are selling them for about 150 quid reselling. I think they're about 50, 60 quid to buy in Smiths. But it's literally, you got to be outside that door. And I think they're pre-ordered now, and you can only buy one. So, yeah. I might have a look into it. But saying that, it's not my sort of thing, queuing out. You know, I've never been like that, queuing outside the things. It's good money, but people know that will buy it. And obviously, Pokemon collectors will buy them, because it's weird, because you're buying these to sell them to collectors, and they don't know if they're going to have anything good in them. But then you could be thinking, haha, I've made 150 quid. Well, I've made 100 quid easily off this. And there could be like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand, 100 grand card in there. I don't know how much they are. But yeah, you could have just lost 10 grand, but then you could have, it's one of the things in it with Pokemon. If you get the 1990s ones, that's what you want when it first all came out. I think he's good at that sort of stuff. Dungeons and Dragons on YouTube, he does all that sort of stuff. I don't really do it. I've done it once before with my lad. I spent 30 quid on some Pokemon cards and didn't get nothing for him. So, right then, let's take Osprey. This is from Olcott Osprey skateboard. Awesome design. I saw this and I went, yes, this is going to be big money. Osprey. If you're a reseller and you know Osprey is very good. I think more bags in it than anything. But I thought this is different. This is going to be worth a bit of money. I think it's about 20 quid. That's it. But that's one design. The longboard seems to fetch more. But I feel like this design might sell for a bit more. Oh, here we go. Now I've got a problem. So because you've got the laptop on, I'm just going to put you there for a second, because I can't get it on, because I got the black bit there. Oh, I can't get it on. I'll have to move you. Wait a second. There we go. I could have just laid it. Don't know why did I have to do that with the wall? I could have just laid it down, but no point. Awesome design, like piranhas and stuff like that. Cool skateboard. It's another thing, isn't it? In the old days, everybody had a skateboard. You didn't have to be a professional skateboarder. You know what I mean? I don't think this has been used that much, to be fair, because these wheels look they're still quite stiff. So it's like, 1-to-1, yeah, 1-to-1. So it fills the whole picture. If you use any other one, it'll cut it out and it'll be like a sliver. Don't waste your time on using cameras, professional cameras and all that lot. Just use your phone, just as good as anything else. I've just realised I've moved you there, but I need to do the front bit, don't I? I need to do the... I've always been a Samsung guy. I had the first iPhone 4, first ever one, and yeah, didn't like it. The one thing I don't like about iPhones is you have to basically sign up to them. Don't agree with that. You can't use anything, can't use any apps unless you use their iPhone apps. Hated it. And if you can't remember it, you can't get onto it. Samsungs are just more friendly. I've always liked Samsung stuff though. You know what I mean? I've always liked Samsung stuff. The tellies, it always got that like sleek, cool look to them. All black TVs, you know the thing. Yeah. So it's all for good for. I like other phones. The flip phone's rubbish. I had the flip phone before this, and it broke. And you know what? They wouldn't give me the money back, even though I was under contract and I only had it less than a year. They wouldn't give me the money for a new phone. They wouldn't repair it or nothing. They said they would repair it if I paid them 350 quid or something like that. So I you know what I did? I told them to stick the contract up the backside. I cancelled it because it wasn't with. I'm with EE now. I think I was with O2 before. So yeah, I didn't pay. I'm not paying. Don't care. Phone companies can't do anything to you. I've had a phone once, and I had a 1,000 quid bill, and then I cancelled the phone contract. Back in the old days, you could get away with stuff like that. I don't know if you could do it now, but I remember, was it Phones for You? I think it was. They was doing this thing when Blackberries was big and popular, and I had a Nokia, and then Blackberries came out, and Phones for You was saying, "We will give you 100 quid for your old phone," and then you sign up with a contract with BlackBerry. So I was like, "Yeah, 100 quid. I'll have that. 100 quid free." So me and my mate did it. He did it with his phone, and then we had 200 quid. So we went out on a night out. Free money, isn't it? Free money. I need to get some good lighting using a lamp at the moment. Yeah, don't use a lamp. Don't use a lamp. You got to get some lights like this. I will when I come back off holiday. I'm going to be doing a affiliate link of all Amazon. I've got like my TikTok stuff on, but I haven't done my Amazon one. And I'm gonna do a proper video of all the breakdown of everything. You know, where I got these from and all stuff. But these might not be here anymore because I'm thinking. I'll take you off this. I'm going to swap you around. I can't turn you around on this thing. But right, you see where they are now. So that's why it's like. Well, you see this thing up here. I might mount them so they go in and then out and then down, so it faces down, or have them so they come down. Because the reason why I don't like them where they are now is basically I can see on here. See how I don't want lights like this shining towards you guys. You know what I mean? I want it where you can't see this stuff. You know what I mean? I just want you to see the backdrop of the bed. And yes, I have made it sort of. It's getting, look, a few more days, and it's starting to not. It's getting to like a lad's room again, sort of like half made. But I will get some new sheets after holiday, you know, so I don't get trolled. Never had an Apple product. The only thing that I would buy from Apple, I'm gonna turn this off now because I've done for a bit. So see how dark it is now. The only things I would use, that bear is creeping me out. The only thing I would use for Apple is the laptops and the tablets. The tablets and the laptops are amazing if you get the high quality ones. So if you get the pros, they're brilliant. I had before this one, when I was editing my sons and my like little gaming channel, I had an Apple Pro, Mac Pro. Brilliant. And I only had a mid-range one. You can get ones really high, you know, with more gigabytes and all that. Like, so good, so good. When I use this one compared to that one, you can tell the difference. BBM chat, remember that? Hey buddy, how's the weekend sales going? I did a video about it, mate. It's out now. I only sold a few things. I've only listed a few things, but yeah, go and check it out. I'm starting to sell. Things are starting to sell. Hi, all right, Jack. I will be going in a minute. If you steal from Apple Store, it's classed as scrumping. Oh God. I've got an iPad Pro. That's got to be yeah. My dad had Apple Pro, and obviously when my dad died, my son had it, and he had loads of photos on, but it just the battery went on it, and he couldn't charge it because the charger cable was knacking, you know, where you plug in, so he could never charge it. Yeah, but it lasted ages. They're so quick. If you get a good one, they're so quick. It's just the whole Apple like ID thing. It just annoys me. I don't think that's right. And back in the day, they had different chargers, didn't they? And so I went out a lot before my son. I was out like 4 times a week, if that. And you need to go around to mates' houses, or obviously your mates pulling grills, and we go around after pies. And your phone's always dying, and you're like, you got an Android charger? No, I'm an Apple user. And you're like, oh no, that means I can't charge my phone up. And it's like, but now they all use the same now, don't they? So that's quite good. Yeah, the Google Pixel phones, to be fair, do look really good. I've never thought about getting one. I've had a Hayu one, what we call. They're good. I think those phones are boring nowadays. You know, back in the old days, you had the lollipop one. That was ace. And I had a Matrix phone. Nokia's were the best phones ever back in the day. You could chuck a 3210 at a wall and it would knock the wall down. You could drop it on the floor and there'd be a hole in the floor. They were just like, they're brilliant. Then you had the Motorola ones, which some of them was good. Flashing keys and flashing aerial. Then Samsung came out with their little flip phones. Yeah, I miss Snake. I wonder if I might actually download Snake on here. I wonder if they do Snake on Android now, because I need to get some games on my phone, obviously to play on the flight, because you don't get Wi-Fi on airplanes, do you? Unless you're going big posh ways and all that lot. Well, yeah. But guys, I am going to go now. I've been on here for an hour before. Go and watch tonight's video. It's a few sales. sharp. God, I never had a sharp one. But yeah, go and watch my video. Give it a comment and a like. You know, I need to get my views and my YouTube back to where it was before. Okay, so if you could all go and go and watch it, give me a comment, and I always give you comments back to you. So yeah, I'm going to go and play football now. So thank you for coming, and I will see you tomorrow with my final proper video. Because the rest will be like old videos that I'm going to be uploading. But I'll explain in tomorrow's video.